ATA Nation, we have with us the ATA's very first female Grandmaster, Grandmaster Tammy Harvey-Stauber. How are you today, ma'am?
I'm good, sir. I'm doing great.
How is the Grandmaster title? Does it take some getting used to?
It really does. It really does. And you know, I've always, since I made Master, I just always went by Master Tammy. And so for now, that name change, that's probably one of the hardest because I'm just so used to Master Tammy. So to get used to that is it's taken some getting used to, but I like it.
Yeah, it's well deserved. I know. I'm sure it's a. I mean, you came up through the times where it's Eternal Grandmaster was like he was the only master. I mean, and then there were other masters, and then he was the Grandmaster, and then it was like that's it.
Yeah. Well, actually, when I started, he was just Mr. Lee, and we didn't even. It wasn't until 1978 when he was promoted to 8th degree, and then at that point we started calling him Master Lee. And then it was, as Sangam Taekwondo was formed, and the way there was going to be one Grandmaster, X number of Chief Masters, and down. So the fact that I even have received that title is such an honor.
That's super cool. And everybody's so excited. I mean, just to have our first female Grandmaster, for it to be you, everybody's just so excited. So
well, thank you. It just, going through ceremony was very heartfelt. I could feel, the energy in the room, and it was very emotional.
I am sure it was. We are obviously here in the museum at headquarters, which is a great place to be. And we're getting into Founders Month, October. And so, thinking about this legacy from, Eternal Grandmaster Mr. Lee to Master Lee to Eternal Grandmaster Lee, what does Founders Month mean to you?
Well, obviously, October 5th was when Eternal Grandmaster Lee passed away. And so Founders Month, to be able to raise money for the H.U. Lee Foundation, just for me, it carries on his legacy. Not that he has to have anything else to carry on his legacy, but, his quote, today not possible, tomorrow possible, was one of the whole reasons why he came up with the foundation in 1991 when it was established. And to be able to give people the ability to get higher education, that was so important to him. And so, yeah, it's for me personally, being able to be the director of the H.U. Lee Foundation means it means a lot to me, because for me that's one way to continue to keep his light shining very bright.
And for a lot of people, they might not know exactly what the foundation does. There's a lot of different things. October's a busy month anyways, with lots of breast cancer awareness, pink belts, the H.U. Lee Foundation. We've got all kinds of holidays and stuff during October. What specifically, for those who might not know what the foundation does, what do they do? What do they raise money for?
We raise money to provide financial assistance to individuals that are going to an accredited college, junior college. And, now that we've got people going to being a part of Sangam University, we're, in the future, hopefully part of the H.U. Lee Foundation funds will be able to go to help those students that are a part of the Sangam University. But right now, we give out 9 national scholarships. Okay. And then, so when money is raised for the H.U. Lee Foundation, let's say your school raises $150 of that money stays in your region.
Okay.
Only 25% of it comes to the national. That goes to the national scholarships.
Excellent.
So for instructors that do, especially if you know that you've got a student that's graduating, I don't think a lot of people realize the 75-25 split. I think everybody thinks that it just all comes to the it does all come to the foundation.
Yeah, but it comes back out.
But it goes 75% of it goes back out to your region. And a couple of the people that have been awarded the regional scholarships were Chief Master Gene Candreva's daughters back when they were younger. Shelby and Sabrina received a regional scholarship. Senior Master C.J. Barrett in Texas received a regional. Senior Master Sean Berry in California received a regional scholarship. Chief Master Kevin Kaminsky in Pennsylvania. Those people were all recipients of the H.U. Lee Foundation.
Wow. And not one of the big national ones, but one of their regional.
Just regional.
Wow.
Just regional. And the regionals, depending on how much the region raises, I mean, if the region raises a whole lot of money, sometimes the regional scholarship is bigger than the lower tier national scholarships.
Well, I know when we have hosted fundraisers, at the end of the year, when they will get an email from the Scholarship Foundation and they're like, hey, this is how much is going back to your region, which is so cool. And I tell my students, we've had students that have gotten regional awards. When we have a student going off to college, I'm always like, you got to apply. Our region tries to raise money, and I'm like, the chances are pretty good you're going to get a couple, some money. And depending on how much we raise,
right.
You might pay for 1 or 2 college books, depending on.
Sure. and like I said, when the regions, and hopefully, when COVID hit that in 2020, the foundation was doing from the inception had always kind of been on a rise. Well, when 2020 hit, that kind of knocked the feet out.
Oh yeah,
right?
And
we're slowly starting to go forward. And last year we were right at 85,000. That was through donations and board break-a-thons and the different activities. I'm hoping and would like to reach just between now and December 55,000.
55. Yes, ma'am.
The 55th year anniversary. The 55,000, and that sounds like, oh my goodness, that's a lot of money. But if we had 55 licensees raise $1,000 in a board break-a-thon, we matched it.
We could do it, no problem. And 55 licensees is not very many licensees.
Right. And last year we had Master Cordry and Master Palmazana. Both, one of them was right at a little over 2,000, and one of them was 2,800. And so we awarded them black belts. And so we will do that again this year. When if a licensee raises over $2,000 or more, then we'll award that licensee. And then the people doing the break-a-thons or kick-a-thons, there's different prizes that are awarded to them individually.
Yes, ma'am.
But as a licensee, when you come on board and you participate and you're able to donate that amount of money to the foundation, then we want to recognize you also.
That's awesome. So licensees are doing fundraisers. Now, let's say I'm just a student and I'm like really motivated to raise some money. Can I, do something on my own? Can I just donate money? I go to a website somewhere. How do I donate?
Absolutely. There's an H.U. Lee Memorial Foundation website.
Okay. And
we've had that website for quite a while, and we're about to launch a new one, hopefully in November. But you just go to the website and there's donate buttons everywhere on there. You click the donate button and there's like 25, 50, 75, 100, and then there's an other.
Okay.
And so you can basically you can donate as much or as less, but there's buttons for a specific amount, but then on the other you can donate.
Pick whatever maybe like $55.
That would be $55.
1,000 members donate $55. Maybe could be something.
That would be great. And then we also partner with Chief Master Langram Lee with the Pink Belt Challenge, and a portion of her proceeds that she raises comes back to the foundation.
Okay.
And then not everywhere has Kroger's shopping centers, but anywhere that there is a Kroger's. If you have a rewards card,
Yes.
you can go in and choose your charitable donation, and then a portion of the sales will come back to the foundation.
Okay, so
and that's such an easy way.
Yes, everybody's getting groceries.
I mean, everybody's getting groceries, and it's at Kroger's, and we're looking to see, are there any other places out there that we could possibly partner with to where they just kick back.
Yes.
And then there are a lot of times employers have employer match. And we do have people that every, whether it's however their pay period, but 12 times a year, we're getting a $25 or a $50 donation from that person. And, you think about that. $25. Yeah, $25 a month.
That adds up. Really, really adds up. I mean,
it's very easy. And all the donations that are made are tax deductible. So you can write that off. And
on this time of year, people are always looking.
That's right.
Your taxes might be too high. It's time to send some money to the Scholarship Foundation, help a kid that's going off to college. You were mentioning Songam University. We've got a lot of students now looking at Songam University. If they earn a regional scholarship, I'm assuming they could probably use that for some of their Songam University.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Once they are awarded their scholarship, and there's an application, they have to keep a certain grade point. Everything has to be sent, every semester. It has to be sent in. It's just not like, here, we're just going to write, there's a blank check, do what but once they're awarded that money, and their transcript is the way what's required, then they receive their money. And and so yes, we would love to be able to be. For me personally, I just believe people who are going to the Songam University, it's a win-win for everybody, because hopefully those people are going to eventually become some of our licensees.
Yes.
And not only did we help them get through with their higher education, but now they're coming back and they're teaching and they're making a difference.
And they're going to host a board break-a-thon or a kick-a-thon and give money back, and it just keeps repeating.
It's like a ripple effect.
Exactly.
Yeah.